Good morning. So I am now starting work on the section where we've planted our trees. Just got the first one. What I'm trying to do is just go around the tree. So here we've got an oak and an olive, and then here we've got another little oak. So I'm just trying to clear around them so that once the strimming starts we can actually see them and they don't get chopped up by accident. So it's nice because it's early morning and I'm in the shade at the moment. Yep, lovely day. So I've cleared around it, and this is one of my pear trees. So I think what I want to do is just take off the little branches part way up so it sort of concentrates on some upper growth, and then I want to give it a good feed at the base, a good soak, and put some cardboard and something on to stop the weeds growing around it. This is what I wanted to do originally when I had the idea about using the bottles to water the new trees, was to bury them. So that's what I've done. It's half buried in, and I've buried it higher than the tree is, so it's like up the hill, and when the water flow comes out and seeps out, it should seep towards the tree, hopefully. I've mixed up 1 part rotted chicken manure with 2 parts compost, and I'm going to put a good amount of that around the base of the tree, then cover it with cardboard, and then find something to hold the cardboard down. Probably some stones, because I've got plenty of stones. So that's the plan. So that's 1 pear tree done. I think there's another 2 apples, some peaches, a cherry, some blackberries, and lots of little oak trees. Well, if it stays nice and cloudy and cool like this, I might be able to get quite a few done, and it won't take too long. And this one's even more exciting. This is a plum tree, and as I've worked on this one, you can see there's actually some plums. Not too many. I probably would have picked them off, but it's a little handful of plums, isn't it? Just need some stones for this one, but I'm going to do this apple tree first. And that's an apple tree, and then round here to the side there's a little oak and a lavender. Some days it's lovely to just have a slow morning and get a few life jobs out of the way. Today I set a small batch of bread dough away to do its thing while I did some washing and sweeping through. The swallows were darting up and down the street and at one point were chasing a hoopoe away from their nest. This is my favourite tea at the moment. Fresh ginger, lemon, and a little hibiscus flower. I'm getting the camera covered in all kinds this morning. Lemon juice, garlic, and now onions. Well, what I'm doing is, excuse me, I'm processing up my little onions. The ones that just had already, you know, the ends had dried up and flopped over, so they weren't going to grow anymore. And when I asked what would you do with them, a lot of people agreed with me and sort of said, pickled onions, try pickled onions. So I've been looking at some YouTube videos and I think I'm going to give pickled onions a go. So I'm just sitting down with my cup of tea and doing the boring bit where you've got to peel it all. So quite a few to go. I've been meaning to get these little onions pickled for a few weeks now. I haven't showed the process. There are loads of YouTube videos. Just search pickled onions UK recipe and you'll have lots to choose from, and probably the ones that I watched too. I made the bread into 4 small buns and I also put in a banana loaf. Yep, I do have more than 10 jars of jam and most of it is strawberry. Well, I thought that was going to take all week, but I've stuck at it and it's just been 2 afternoons, so very proud. What I've done is I've picked out all of the trees that I planted and cleared the soil around them. Like I said, this one is another plum tree and this one has some lovely plums on. Just a handful again, but it's only their 2nd summer. So they've had 2 winters, 1 summer, and we're going into the 2nd summer. Yep. So one nut tree down here. Not quite sure. I mean, there's lots of growth on it, but the actual trunk has gone. So whether it's growing from the root now, I'm just going to leave it and let it do its own thing. But I've also picked out lots of the native trees, like this is a madronia, the strawberry tree, and then there's a wild olive just behind it, and lots of little oak trees as well. Here we've got a blackberry bush, just young and starting, and then a second one here. This is a thornless blackberry, doing much better, and actually has some flowers on, and it has an oak tree, I think there's two there just next to it, and then another apple tree, and way over in the corner where you can't see, there's a peach, two peach trees, one that I was given and one that I bought. So once all of this is trimmed down, that's going to look really smart and tidy, and it'll give the trees the best chance. So I think a job either for this evening or first thing in the morning when it's cool is to collect lots more stones, because that's the back-breaking bit where you're just bending over picking up all the stones. So yeah, another good job done. I think that's enough work for today. So I brought with me a piece of the banana loaf that I made this morning. I've put the kettle on and I'm going to have a coffee. Excuse me. Oh, I think it's all the dust when you're pulling out the plants. It's definitely making me sneeze. Not hay fever. I don't get hay fever. I'm very lucky. The eagle eye of you may have noticed that I've taken, or I haven't taken it down, I've moved up the shade cloth that was hanging down the front of the house, just so that I can get a better view now when I can sit here and look out over the tidy garden. It's my reward. Yep. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for all the lovely comments and all of the support that you keep giving me. It really does spur me on. And thank you to all our patrons for your constant support. And take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.